I don't know how to find you, but you are everywhere I go. I have lived in approximately 13 homes and moved 15 or more times in the short span of 17 years. Some moves were welcomed, some were not. I've experienced great joy in some, and great sadness in others. The range of emotions and experiences that all the moving provided me is vast. I have learned that adaptation is key and willingness to change is essential. Home to me is not one singular place, but the places that stick with you, live in your heart. Places that you feel most like yourself. Home is a safe space, a place where you can close your eyes and envision where you hang your favorite sweater, the smell of your grandma's kitchen, the way the sunlight comes through the curtains in your favorite corner room. These are the memories that make up home. These are the feelings that make it so. Home because my parents' love embraced me, their words of endearment filling my heart. They are beginning their new journey, young optimism and perseverance paving the way. Our neighbors were in a physically abusive relationship and would knock things off the wall into my crib, so my mom would bring me into her room, making sure I was safe. Unfortunately, the situation only escalated, leading us to our next home. Home because I would do modern dance performances for hours, wrapping myself in the curtains and rolling around on the carpet. I began my self-discovery journey, identifying as Jen, a male elf creature from the movie The Dark Crystal, bearing my beloved goldfish french fry, and lounging in my little beach chair in the backyard, eating popsicles and enjoying the warmth of the sun. But my dad got a new job in Philadelphia, so we hopped in the car and to the city we went. Home because I brought my first cat home, Jingleberry. We had to quickly take the berry off because what it rhymes with. On a darker note, I was attacked by my neighbor's English bulldog, resulting in a piece of my cheek being bitten off and having to get 9 stitches. Dressing as Jem, from Jem and the Holograms for Halloween, becoming a rock star for the night. But our house had a big rodent problem, and my mom has a crippling fear of them, so we moved on to the next house. Home because I tried my first bite of angel food cake there. I whispered to Santa through my snow globe, asking him if my friend Zara and I were long-lost sisters. I had my first front tooth pulled out. It had gotten to the point where it had turned brown, and I was screaming so loud my mom was nervous our neighbors were going to call the cops. I sat in my all-window art room, watching the snow and letting my imagination expand. But my dad lost his job very suddenly, and we needed a solution, fast. So back to New Jersey we went. Home because I learned how to adapt to new situations. We moved in with my grandparents. My parents got a divorce this year, and my mom was constantly back and forth because she was finishing her degree. I developed my obsession with ghosts and spirits. My dad pretended to be a ghost named Fabian and would send me letters. I raised and released monarch butterflies at school and saw the true beauty of nature. But then my mom got a job in Philly, and my parents finalized their divorce. So we were back on the road. Home because it was my dad's first time being alone in 7 years, and he managed to still make every weekend there fun. Because to us, eating pancakes and chocolate milk at the South Street Diner and playing endless rounds of Guess Who was happiness. Home because every Tuesday night we would watch The Voice, throwing peace signs up in the air and usually eating Santucci's pizza. I would keep her up for hours every night, telling "you are what you eat" stories. Tales of people who eat too much of one food until they become it, and join a world full of food people. I became a mom to all my American Girl dolls, giving them backstories, names, and hobbies. And my mom's love story began with my now stepdad Leslie. We stayed in this home for about 3 years, and the memories created here will always be held very close to my heart. We moved from here the summer before my 6th grade year due to a few drastic life changes. Home because I began to experience what it is to be a hyper self-aware preteen. I was going through puberty and had begun taking classes at a new dance school. All of this combined was a recipe for a mental disaster. On a lighter note, I would play Animal Jam for hours, customizing my house and going on adventures. I would make my mom binge Once Upon a Time with me every week, and I met one of my best friends, Elena. In this home, a lot changed in both my mom and I's life. At the time, Leslie, my stepdad, and her were broken up, and I still remember the day she took me to Field of Dreams and told me. And I said, I hope you guys will get back together. And my wish came true. Home because I would always look forward to my dad and I's dinners at Fairmount Pizza. I got the buffalo chicken pizza with a side of blue cheese and a cold root beer. Because we experienced Pope Weekend there, the streets completely deserted except for one mariachi band. Because my little cousin threw a bowl in the air, breaking our living room table. And because there were countless sleepless nights, laughing and gossiping with friends, and hoping to stay in those moments forever. We left this house simply because it was time to move on and start my new journey in high school. Home because my stepdad became part of the family here. He would take me down to the courts by our house and teach me how to play basketball. In this home, my mom taught me how to shave my legs, and I started taking the SEPTA to school every morning. We didn't live here for long, due to terrible landlords amongst other things, but it served its purpose. We were happy to leave this home behind and found ourselves in Fishtown. Home because every Sunday morning we'd all sleep in, resting from our long weeks of work and school, and would have a big pancake breakfast in our back patio. My mom and I would always go to Pentreaty Park and do yoga and eat tapenade. We saw the solar eclipse right from our front stoop and celebrated the Eagles Super Bowl win. This home was special for many reasons, but our day-to-day lives here weren't exciting. We had a 45-minute commute to my school every morning, and my parents didn't like their jobs. So, the summer before my sophomore year, we came to Wynwood. Home because I grew into myself in this apartment. It was an experience full of teenage angst and heartbreak, but it was perfect. My friends and I would sneak down to the pool at midnight, feeling like true rebels. The night I found out my ex-boyfriend cheated on me, 3 of my friends came over without hesitation, holding me tight and surrounding me with love. I adventured to an abandoned factory in Manayunk and pondered life on a forgotten train track. We moved out in December 2020, but I often still visit it because it reminds me of some of my best and worst times in life. It is a definition of bittersweet, and it is unforgettable. Home because my baby brother Apollo became part of the family here, bringing so much happiness to everyone's hearts. I got my first real job at the local library, becoming part of the community. I have gone on lots of late-night drives to Leslie, sometimes ending up in the city, sometimes at Insomnia Cookies. My family and I eat dinner together almost every night, whether it's on the side porch or on the couch. And I discovered Wynwood Valley Park, which has the most magical gazebo that I have spent many summer days in both connecting with friends and clearing my head. This home has been a good one. It was there right when we needed it, but my time here is soon to be coming to an end. I am beginning adulthood, a new life, in London. So, after reliving my childhood, the only way I could describe home is as a feeling. It is a feeling you get when someone tells you that they love you, when you go in the ocean for the first time since last summer, when your mom tells you that she's proud of you, when your baby brother says your name for the first time, when you step out of the airport after a long trip and see your parents standing there, ready to embrace you with a warm hug and welcome you back. Nothing is permanent, so you must find home in the things that make you feel okay in this confusing world. Find the things that make you feel alive and inspired. That is home. I don't know how to find you, but you are everywhere I go.